right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MMA Advocates. My name is Eddie Law. Of course, actually, I'm on the road. Everyone else is in their usual places. I'm actually coming to you from Denver, Colorado. So, it's a little different than usual. Out of LA, we got Jesse Rubalcaba, Dayton, Ohio's Fred Kirby, ABQ, Jay Rodriguez, and our boy Ricky. Actually, where are you based out of, man?
What's up?
Hey, Ricky, where you at?
Well, where am I at?
Yeah.
I'm in South Texas, Mission, Texas.
There you go.
Oh, all right.
So we're right here with Ricky and Jesse. Jesse's got that all handled. Go ahead, Jesse.
All right, so basically we're bringing our boy on. But also to preview a little bit the Combate for. You know, the fights that you definitely want to look for.
I couldn't hear you. Keep cutting off.
I was just asking, what's
Jesse's cutting off. Jesse, you there?
cutting off?
Yeah. Can you like go closer?
Yeah, Jesse, just go ahead and go into Starbucks and scare the fucking little kid. Let's go. We need some Wi-Fi, for Christ's sake. Stop hanging out in the parking lot like a freak.
Hey, for anyone that doesn't know, Jesse rolls around in a van that's like almost one of those free candy vans. It's fucking creepy sometimes. Like when he does the show from there, you can actually see him. For real. You there?
Is this better?
That's better. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just asking Ricky, to keep it short because I know he's got his gym going on there. What's the fight that we should look forward to and we should definitely not miss on this card?
On this card, I think it's John Castaneda. You know, he's fighting a former UFC fighter. I think he's 10-3. You know, John's been fighting with great caliber guys, but I think this is one of his toughest fights. You know, especially because also it's on my weight class. And, I think it's a fight to look at because the 135 with Combate America, that weight class, the Bantamweight, it's pretty explosive. We got a lot of great fighters at that weight class. It's me, we got Gustavo, we got John, we got De La Rosa, you got Joey Roquette. So you got a lot of great fighters at that weight class. And I think the 135 weight division, it's the fight to look at, or the fights to look at. And on this card, it should be the John Castaneda fight, my opinion.
Yeah, that's definitely a good fight for all of you guys interested. John Castaneda, he's on a 7-fight win streak, and he's going up against a guy that we saw on Tough, Chris Beal. So that should be a good matchup. For me, there's a couple standout people here. The first fight of the night actually features a guy that's pretty interesting. Ralph Costa. In 2011, he actually beat one of the guys that we're looking forward to the most.
Sorry about that.
That's no problem. So, a guy that has the experience of beating Marlon Moraes before, on this card. Also, Melendez's wife in Bellator, so we recently watched her fight. She's a great fighter, and she's taking on Alyssa Garcia, who's also on a 2-fight win streak. So, there's definitely some great guys here on this card. So, like Ricky was saying, there's some guys that you definitely got to look at. But yeah, Don Castaneda, that guy on 7-fight win streak, you should definitely check him out. If you guys didn't check him out. And then for all of you guys that are seeing it in the background, Ricky's got his food truck hanging out there, huh?
Yeah.
Hey Ricky, do you take that everywhere for if you have a fight anywhere you go? For example, you fought in Tucson, right?
Yeah, I just fought in Arizona. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So did you roll out with that?
No, I didn't. I didn't roll out with it. Didn't really have time to prepare for that. I was really focused on this fight, so I didn't take it with me this time.
Well, I was gonna say it might screw with your weight cut a little bit too, right?
When it comes to counts, I'm pretty strict, but man, I'm Mexican. I love food, and yeah, I had trouble with my weight cut a lot of times because of the damn food, the tortillas and the beans and shit. So Yeah.
And so you say you just finished teaching a class. What classes do you offer there?
I'm doing boxing. I got 3 young girls fighting this month. They're doing it's like a cancer awareness tournament. It's all female in Houston, Texas. It's a 2-day tournament. So I got a 9-year-old, I got a 14-year-old, and a 15-year-old. We're going out there, and I was just teaching the boxing class right now.
Yeah. So what's it feel like to have athletes under you that you basically are responsible for coaching, going out there putting it on the line, and you can do nothing but like sit on the sidelines and give them as best advice as you can? Because I know, like, just jiu-jitsu tournaments alone, if I'm in there, my coach goes kind of crazy, and if my teammates are in there and I'm yelling from the sidelines, it drives me nuts to be on the sidelines, right? So how do you feel when you see your kids go in there?
Man, I go crazy. I get nervous. It's like if I'm fighting, because I'm giving them, my blueprint to my style, to my way of fighting, my way of thinking. So pretty much it's a piece of me going in there. It's Monday through Friday that I teach these kids. They put in the hard work, so they're taking a part of me in there. So when I'm in the sideline, man, I'm nervous as hell. I'm yelling, I'm screaming. Sometimes I lose my voice. It's just crazy.
All right, Jesse.
Yeah. So, other than everything on this card, is there something you're looking forward to, like an announcement that you're coming soon with? I know that they're still looking for a title fight coming up here in Combates. Are you in the mix? Do you know anything so far about you being in the mix?
I should be in the mix. I'm 5-0 with Combate, and the Jaula, I'm 5-0 with them. I'm 8-1 overall, 5 knockouts. I mean, I should be in the mix. I feel like I'm in the mix. But other than that, some news. I'm trying to do a boxing match, hopefully June or July here in South Texas, and then jump in a Combate card, hopefully September, October, November. And if it's for a title, I'll be ready. But I don't know yet. I don't know. We got so many guys in our weight class. The company is growing pretty fast. I don't know what their plans are, but to be honest, if it's not a title fight, I don't think I would want to be taking a fight. The next fight, it should be for a title. That's my opinion.
That's what's up. Dave, you got a question for Ricky?
Yeah, no, that's good to hear though, because like you said, that division is building up pretty nicely, and there's some tough competitors. So really looking forward what they match you up with next, Ricky. I think I'd like to see you in a bout for the gold. Absolutely, exciting fighter. You got a lot of finishes on your record, and yeah, man, keep a lookout for this guy because Combate is also this weekend. Don't keep in mind Cinco de Mayo, so should be a great event. Ventura, California. So some exciting fights as always on any Combate's card. They definitely bring it.
Yeah, for sure. I would like to have a guy to come out and fight. That's what I want. I want a guy that's going to come out and fight and bang with me, not run. I need somebody to sit in the pocket, exchange kicks, punch, elbows, knees, whatever it is. I don't want to be chasing these guys around anymore. I want somebody that's tough, has a jaw, and we could exchange, test my jaw, test his jaw, and let's see who goes down.
That's what's up. Well, any other besides all the fight cards here, all the fighters on the Combate 14 card. Take a look at the main event here, the Jose Froggy Estrada against Emilio Chavez. How do you see that going down?
I've seen Froggy fight. He's a powerful guy, stocky, explosive. I don't know the other guy. I don't know who he is. I haven't seen it. I haven't looked into him, but knowing the way Froggy fights, I know it's going to be an explosive fight. I seen him fight, and he comes out giving 110%. He's banging, he's kicking, he's taking you down. So him himself is explosive. He's an exciting fighter. So, I think there's going to be some fireworks. Like I said, Froggy brings it.
Nice. And to cover just the co-main event, Danny Ramirez against Chris Padilla, a guy that they nicknamed Taco. Both of these guys coming, with pretty good records. That fight.
The realist is that I think he's out. I think he's out with an injury.
Which one?
Danny Ramirez.
Oh, is he?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I think he's out with an injury. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's what I heard.
Damn, dropping some breaking news over here. Awesome. But other than that, I mean, like I said, definitely check out the Combates 14 card. We're going to be down there covering the event. So it should be an awesome time. And if anybody got a chance to get out there to Ventura, a nice little venue to hang out and, you know, watch some fights. Anything else from you, Ricky? If you want to plug your gym or anything else?
Yeah, no, I just want to say, you know, appreciate everybody for the love and support. Everybody that you know, follows me, supports me, all my fans, all my sponsors, you know, my teammates, my gym, El Gallero's Combat Sport. You know, I just want to give a shout out to everybody out there listening, or, you know, thank you guys for everything, and keep an eye on Combate 14.
All right, awesome, brother. You want to plug your social media as well so people can follow all your training that you do?
You know, was that for me? I didn't get to.
Yeah, you're plugging your social media, brother.
Oh yeah, go ahead and follow me at El Gallero's, Ricardo El Gallero Palacios on my Facebook, El Gallero 05 on Instagram and Twitter.
All right, brother. Thank you for the time, Ricky, and we're looking forward to seeing you in either that boxing match or another MMA event. You always bring the fire, so let us know when you have your next fight.
I appreciate it, guys. You have a good one. So talk to you guys later.
All right, later, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ricky. Yes, sir.
All right, so that was Ricky Palacios. Of course, you guys have seen him. Dude straight bangs. Like, he's one of those guys, just like he was saying, he doesn't want to fight anybody that's going to run from him. He don't run from people. So if you're a 135er and you want to throw some fire, you're going to stand there with him, you want to fight for something, get Combates a call, all right? They'll look at you for sure. They're not picking up any runners at all, all right? It ain't for marathoners. It's for fucking fighters. So definitely keep an eye on Combates for sure. All right, fellas.
True that.
Yeah. All right, fellas. So let's talk some MMA. I know there was no event this last weekend, right? Or was that? Yeah, I'm fucking mixing my days up. I swear, I know I'm in Denver, but I'm not high yet. But there's no UFC this weekend, and I think there's nothing until next weekend, right? Or the weekend after?
Next weekend.
Next weekend, right? So
Next week,
yeah, UFC 2.
Texas card, right?
Yeah, is it 211? 212? I don't know where it is.
Yeah, Dallas 211, the big show.
The big show.
Is that next
Basically,
weekend?
That's next weekend. That's when we get to find out who Ngannou gets to fight for the title.
Correct.
Yeah. See, Dave knows. Anyway, all right. So let's we got plenty of information to talk about. Actually, let me pull out the old topic list. Obviously we're breaking the fourth wall, but for anyone that doesn't know, we have a topic list that Dave usually the one that puts together. And it's always down fucking far. What's up?
Can we just really quickly, I want to hear Fred's opinion on one of our Bud Light topics of the Paige Van Zandt video. I just want to hear Fred's take on that.
There we go.
Which topic?
The Paige Van Zandt's sexy quote-unquote video.
If you haven't seen it yet, Paige Van Zandt put up a video. Jesse knows, but like she's been doing this like promoting Reebok clothes. And she did this one that was like really sexy. She was fine as a biting her lip, lifting up her shirt and shit. Right? That's right, Jesse? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Well, she put it up. A lot of people saw it. Some people were able to film it or copy it, and then she took it down. So did you get to see it? Did you get to see it, Fred?
I think I seen a piece of it or something. You said she took it down, right?
Yeah, she took it down pretty quick.
Yeah, I felt like I saw it for a hot second, and then it never really made the rounds. What's the problem, right? Long as she don't show no nip or no coochie hair, like, she's a hot broad. They're gonna sell her for her. You know what I'm saying? They're selling her sex, so makes sense. And listen, she's losing fights now, so she's got to do something to kind of stay relatively relevant. You know what I mean? So she's got to show a little skin, Jack.
And adding to that, though, Ben Askren actually put out his own Reebok video. I don't know if you guys caught that one. That one's still available.
I am not gonna look. Oh, I know what it sounds like, and I'm not looking. Fuck that.
Man, fuck Ben Askren. Claim to stay in fucking China.
I'm seriously tired of his ass. Like, why are we still talking about him? He hasn't fought in fucking forever.
He picked a hell of a time to resurface. Let's put it that way.
That dude's weird. I mean, look, he's talented and he's good at what he does and everything, but he just, I don't know.
Dana hates him.
Dana hates him, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's hit a couple of topics first here. So Tyron Woodley has said he has a fight booked, but he didn't announce who. He said it'd be announced sometime soon. I want a guess, one person from each guy here, starting with Dave. Dave, who do you think Woodley's going to fight next?
Ooh, man, not Connor. Nick, I assume Nick. I mean, the fight's been offered to him before, but I think I read the thing in the news earlier where Woodley is openly calling out everybody now, from Bisping to GSP to Masvidal to everybody. So not quite sure. So if he says he has a fight booked and he's in camp, then he knows definitely who the fuck he's fighting. And I don't know, with the whole Diaz situation now, where Nate was saying, like, you know, they're pretty much, you can rule them out. It's hard to say that yes or no that we'll actually see a Diaz brother fight this calendar year, but I fucking hope so, man. I hope it's Nick, but if not, maybe they do the Maya Masvidal winner, possibly. Who knows?
When is that fight? Do you know? Is that this weekend? Next weekend?
Yeah, next weekend. So yeah, the timing is pretty key, and I think whoever comes out in better shape,
because if Woodley's starting camp already, and then you know what I mean, like they're not giving. It's gonna be a quick turnaround for somebody.
No. Fred.
So I don't know. Fred, go ahead.
It's Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be Nick, man. It's gotta be, right? Like, Tyron Woodley wouldn't be talking about a fight, even if it was the winner of Damian Maia and fucking Masvidal. He wouldn't be tweeting about that shit now, man. There ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? I think they got the Diaz deal done, and they're working on Nate now. Like, real talk. It almost has to be. If it's not Damian Maia or Masvidal, it has to be Nick. I mean, and if GSP, unless they just called an audible and they're about to announce Yoel versus Mike and GSP's dropping back down to his normal way, unless some crazy shit just happens, it has to be Nick Diaz. There's literally nobody else at 70 remotely close to being worthy. Surely they ain't running it back with Wonder Boy's funny ass again. No. So, I mean, it has to be Nick, man. It has to be. If he's got it booked like now.
Yeah. And we haven't, I mean, last time Nick fought, he was at 185. So it'd be interesting to see him get back down to 170, which he can do easily, by the way. Nick Diaz cuts weight like it's nothing. Jesse, who do you think it's what he's fighting against?
Yeah.
My vote is going to be, and Dave can cancel my vote out really quickly, but I think it might be Carlos Condit.
I see. That's my dark horse. That's my dark horse pick. That's my dark horse pick. I mean, you can kind of sell it, right? Last time, Woodley fucking blew that, Carlos's knee out, and now he's back to get revenge. You can kind of sell it.
Kind of sell it.
Yeah, Carlos would take that fight.
What you say?
No,
what's that?
How long ago was that fight?
A while ago. A couple years ago.
Yeah, that's a fight Carlos would take too. So I mean, if it is, because Carlos isn't just going to come back and fight, Damian Maia or Masvidal, the winner. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But I don't know. That's a long shot. But yeah, it's fucking A. Nowadays, it's like we don't even know what these fights are. They're just kind of like just throwing shit at the wall and then whatever. They'll stick with something though. They know exactly who they have, but they're just throwing names out there to confuse everybody.
Listen. I like Carlos Condit as much as the next guy. But if I'm not mistaken, he fucking got strangled by Damian Maia the last time we saw him, right?
Yeah.
And that was quite a long time ago, right?
Yep.
About a year ago. Yeah.
What the fuck, man? You guys okay with this? Like, if it is fucking Carlos Condit, does that not just fucking sting your asshole?
If it's not Maia Masvidal, I really don't care who they throw in there.
Well, Jesus fucking Christ. Lest we even care about the whole goddamn division, why don't we just strip Woodley and give the belt to Nick? Fuck. Seems like nobody gives a shit. Carlos,
they don't. They really don't. Yeah.
Awesome. We're all just like, meh. It's the fucking championship belt. Jesus Christ almighty. If we can't get excited for that fucking fight, what the fuck, man?
Okay, but why do you think people can't get excited for Woodley?
Because he sucks.
Well, not against Carlos Condit. If it's Nick Diaz, I'm excited.
No. But I mean Woodley himself. Like, you would think people would tune in to see the champion fight, but nobody's excited about Tyron Woodley.
Listen, you either have to have one or two things, right? You have to have a charisma that the fans enjoy, which sadly enough, Mr. Tyron does just not have. Or B, you gotta be fucking scary in the cage. And he's just not. I mean, he's a beast and he's the champion, no doubt. But he just went fucking 10 rounds with Wonder Boy and didn't put him to sleep. You know what I'm saying? If like his last 3 fights, he had knocked out top contenders in the first round, and I mean like sent them to fucking sleep snoring, I'd be a little more pumped for his next fight. But the fact that his last 2 fights went 175 minutes, meh.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you want from me?
Jesse?
But don't you think the bigger problem is the entitlement that Tyron Woodley got as soon as he won the title? I think that is what rubbed people the wrong way, because honestly, I mean, that first Wonder Boy fight was pretty exciting. Let's not say it wasn't. It was pretty exciting, right? I think Tyron Woodley does it. Go ahead, Fred.
No, it was exciting. Didn't get the emphatic finish that leaves me wanting to see him fight more. You know, it was exciting. The second one sucked, but Tyron just didn't, you know, starch him. If he had starched him, it builds towards an allure.
Right, but again, like the entitlement that he has from winning the title, had he knocked out Wonder Boy in that second fight and solidified himself as the #1 guy, I think we would have jumped on that train and been like, all right, you know, you get what you're killing. You know, you beat the #1 guy, you knocked him out, you put him away. All right, we can go with what you're saying, that you're the best 170-pounder in the world. But when you just kind of pity-pat your way through a fight and don't, you know, end it with a KO, and then you go out there and say, well, I could have done more, you know, I could have finished them, but I was just trying to win that fight. And I don't think fans are going to follow you because of that.
We could rule out GSP as far as like him being an alternate option too as well, because like Fred was saying, I think like maybe there's a Yoel Bisping matchup they possibly won. I think ultimately that's the fucking fight to make at middleweight, obviously. But in the grand scheme of things, though, say Maia does lay waste to Masvidal and he's dodged again for a title shot, then that'll be fucked up, man. So I think that they offer Nick the fight, and I mean, there's not many options, though. We got to have a Diaz in a fight soon. I mean, Nick seems like the one that would be back in there quicker than Nate.
Listen,
isn't Romero out of this running due to the fact that he's campaigning for an interim title against Anderson Silva?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, well, that's another shit show that we're going to get to in just a second.
Yeah, definitely shit show.
Campaign for whatever the fuck they're going to get it.
Yeah.
Good question, because I just thought about this right now. Anyone else find all this shit annoying as fuck? Like the UFC's gotten a little annoying. Like, I want an interim belt. I want to fight for the interim title. I'm going to retire. You know what I mean? It's like I want a money fight. You know, everyone's like, Michael Bisping's fighting GSP. Naggy. Demetrius Johnson's boring. Put him in Fox. Like, isn't all this shit is getting to be a little irritating for anybody?
And don't forget, Cyborg won't fight anybody
oh,
either.
Oh, God, fucking don't even start with Cyborg. Jesus. If I'm tired, I'm not. You know what? That bitch is the fucking #1 person I'm fucking sick of. Because it's not even that she's talking to herself. She says shit, but everyone has to tweet it out for her. Everyone has to set up all her fucking interviews. She can't do nothing herself. It's fucking irritating as shit.
Wait. Did you get
and apparently
Jesse?
What's up?
Thing?
The what?
Where she was Ariel Helwani was interviewing Megan Anderson, and then out of nowhere Cyborg called in and like basically like called her out and everything, told her you want to fight me, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. I know Fred's the MMA Hour listener here, so I'm sure he heard that. No,
look, I didn't even hear about it, dude. I didn't know. I can't watch that show, dude. That dude's voice makes me want to kill like cats.
Here's my thing about that. If you're looking for a fight, and she's already saying that she has a fight signed for that Anaheim card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Today.
Yeah.
Your only two options are Jeraine Durandamy or Megan Anderson, right? That's pretty much your only two options. It's not like there's anybody else in that division in the UFC that's going to be able to take that fight, unless you're crazy and you're Leslie Smith and you want your ear to fall off completely by another punch or kick or something. So that's basically the two options.
I'm with you on that. And you know what? I've heard rumblings of Durandamy saying she might retire and shit like that. Look, that's fine. But if you're gonna retire, fucking do it, Skippy. Like now, quick. You know what I mean? And we can make this fucking fight. And Cyborg can shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is going on? What is going on with that division? What is that? Why is Jermaine not fighting? Cyborg?
She already cleaned out the division.
Well, no, so yeah, right, exactly. You know, that's kind of true. But Jermaine broke her hand in that fight, and so she's getting surgery.
No. She does not have a broken hand. She does not. The doctor cleared her, but her manager said that she's going through quote unquote personal problems that may, hinder her future fighting career. She might have to retire. All this BS. I think it's I think she just doesn't want to get her face like bludgeoned by Cyborg. Probably.
How old is she, Jermaine?
Like 36, 35.
Oh, I was gonna say pregnancy, but she's kind of old for that, no?
Whoa!
What?
I can tell you, women can get pregnant.
No, she can get as pregnant as she wanted.
She's 33 years old.
Oh, 33?
Sorry,
okay, so that's a possibility then, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is all fucking really strange to me.
Exactly.
I don't think she's scared. I mean, the bitch has been kickboxing and doing Muay Thai fights forever. I'm sure she's got her face beat in before. All bullshit aside, I can't imagine she's afraid. But what the fuck, man? This doesn't look good or right? She was geeked up to fight Holly Holm again. Now she's got hand surgery. Now she's got personal problems, and she might fucking retire. I mean, listen, all due respect, if I'm wrong and she does got some personal shit going on, then true, go ahead and do what you got to do. But Jesus fucking Christ, somebody step the fuck up to 45 and fight Cyborg. I mean, pay somebody or something. Jesus Christ, I swear to God, man, Cyborg drives me crazy.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but she's the most overrated fighter of all fucking time, man. Everybody looks impossible to beat until they're not, right? Do you all remember when Chuck Liddell was the scariest dude on earth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fucking Mohawk and he would run around. And then Rampage beat him. And that shit was gone. Anderson Silva used to be this incredible force. And then Chris Weidman knocked him out. Everybody seems unbeatable. Ronda Rousey, fucking holy shit, steamrolling everybody. And then she got tarnished. Cyborg lost a fucking kickboxing match. I know it was like Joanne Barr, one of the greatest like fucking female Muay Thai fighters of all time, but nonetheless, the bitch can be hurt. She's not a machine, and she's never really even fought anybody that great in MMA. Name in MMA that she has beaten, man.
Marlies Conan.
That makes me want to hang myself. Like she might not even be. She might not even be that great. Listen, I'm sure she probably is. I'm sure she probably beats Jermaine Durandamy. But what the fuck do we know about it, right? Jermaine, get in there. Kick that hole in her belly. Punch her in her jaw. Take her down. Get her tired. Get her against the cage. This idea that people are scared of Cyborg is fucking ridiculous. Misha Tate, get your fine ass off the desk and come back and take this fight.
Why not?
This girl's never really even proven herself. What, against fucking Gina Carano? Christ almighty, back when Demetrius Johnson was 13?
Yeah,
What is going on?
What happened to Kat Zingano? I mean, I think she'd be ideally a candidate possibly to step up, but she had some fights, like she had even an option on the table to fight Holly at 45 too. So I don't know how she hasn't had a fight been booked, because she's top competition, and that'd be, a good matchup. And hey, if Cyborg beats her, then that's somebody, like Fred said, she hasn't beaten anybody that good. So
she's hurt.
Who?
Again?
Name. Fuck.
Yeah, she's hurt now.
Wait, who's hurt?
What's the politician? Yeah, Kat. She's hurt.
Oh, what the fuck she do now?
Well,
I don't know if I can say what it is, but I do remember somebody telling me that she's nursing an injury. So.
Hmm.
Oh, shit. Dude, don't fucking get shot, Jesse. What the fuck is that shit in the background?
Yeah, sorry. You know.
Anyway, no, it's okay. I'm just saying, get the fuck out of Crenshaw, dude. Anyway, all right. Well, look, so we got that mess. Real quick, we'll move on to the next thing. Well, actually, this is kind of the next thing. UFC announced the next Ultimate Fighter is going to be chicks or the girls at 125. Now, we know there's a lot of girls from 135 want to move down, but there's definitely some girls at 115 that want to move up, right? Does anyone here think that we're going to have another, like, featherweight type of mess at 125?
No. I think there's a lot more gals that'll step in there that are in different organizations that they'll bring in. And like we were talking, Eddie, before we went live, Bellator did their thing and the UFC followed suit, and they're trying to build up their division now. So I think a couple girls already on roster for sure, count them in, but there's just more talent at that weight class, and they'll be able to cut down. And weight cutting has been a big issue. It's always been an issue, but in this specific case, it could be Joanna moving up to 125 and steamrolling everybody at 125 too. We don't know yet, but definitely a good thing, though. Absolutely.
Or Miesha Tate coming out of retirement to take that title.
Wait a minute. She almost died making 135.
Yeah, this is not happening. Right.
Let's keep her fine ass healthy. Why are we trying to kill her? Fred, name the one chick in the women's division that can move to 125 and be champ right away.
What, from which division? 35 or 15?
From either one. If somebody that can move into 125, you would consider the favorite.
Fuck, man. I don't know. There's a lot of girls. I would say damn near every girl from every division could listen, you know what I think about this division? To be completely fucking honest with you, I don't really give a fuck. Now, in the long run, it will be, listen, man, how many motherfucking stars are there in the men's flyweight division of the UFC right now?
True.
12.
Two.
It's fucking zero. Fuck y'all kidding. Mighty Mouse himself can't draw. We like him, but he couldn't draw 13 Bud Light fans, man. So unless 125, and I guess that's my point with your question, Eddie, I don't want to see none of those girls. I want to see some new broad come in. I want to, unless there's a 125-pound Ronda Rousey out there that is just going to come in and start blowing people's domes off. What do I want to see? Fucking, Holly Holm fighting the third division, or do I want to see fucking, JJ move up if she loses her belt? Man, fuck all that bullshit. All these women's divisions will end up being very exciting and good in the long run, but I think there's going to be a lot of motherfucking growing pains at the beginning. Will it help out a lot of girls that can't really fit in 35 or 15? Absolutely. It's gonna be a good thing, don't get me wrong. But like I said, they're still kind of trying to find their groove with the men's flyweight division. I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of star-driven talent at 125 for the females in the beginning.
Gotcha. Dave, name one chick that you think could be the favorite.
I mean, they're all pretty much,
imagine
they're pretty much the top contenders right now, at 115, basically like Carolina Kowalkiewicz. Easily, I could see her do her thing there. I guess she could throw in, I don't know, Angela Hill, possibly. She's shown that she's pretty tough as well, too. She's a champion in Invicta. Rose, but one clear name that stands out though, but she's gonna do her thing at 35. First of all, is Shevchenko could be the champ at 125 for sure.
She could probably make it, yeah.
But she's gonna become the 135-pound champ possibly here in a couple months.
Is that like exciting to y'all though? Like a broad that couldn't make it in other divisions, so we make this in betweener and we get this spare champ that we've already seen beaten?
Not really. It's not that exciting.
All a bit humdrum to me until we get that new girl at 125 that hasn't been snuffed out by one of the other champions. I feel like it'll be yeah, you're the champion because they made a division for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't cover 15. I kind of don't want to see a girl from another weight division drop down and take the belt there. It's almost a bit fucking Mighty Mouse-esque, Now we got this whole division that just kind of runs under them.
What about like a Cynthia Calvillo who's steadily, rising their rankings, and say she gets, into the 125 division and starts choking broads out and becomes a champ there? That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that because she's coming up and we haven't seen her fall from grace or lose to.
Yeah.
She's kind of, and if she can keep on finishing fights and building this kind of Diaz-esque attitude she's got going on, sure, something like that. But that's what I tell you what, that's what 25 needs. It needs a star, man. It needs a female McGregor or Diaz for us all to go, okay. Because you know what? Let's keep it funky, man. Nobody really gave too much of a shit about women's MMA at all until Ronda Rousey became the Mike Tyson.
True.
And then everybody was intrigued. And then it's like, oh, yo, these broads can fight. Then we found Kat Zingano's and Miesha Tate's and so on and so forth. So we need some broad down there to really, you know, catch that division on fire for us and to make us all care and want to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jesse, who would you name as your favorite?
Claudia Gadelha.
You got mine too. I think Claudia Gadelha could do it and pull it off and be a champion. But just like Fred said, can you get excited about a champion that was already beaten twice by another champion? It's kind of hard to get excited about.
I think so, because we can look at the model of Mighty Mouse. I mean, you know, someone that was just a bit basically killing herself to make that weight, and now to be healthier, probably will have more gas tank to go and really put on a bit more of an exciting fights. And I think we'll get more exciting fights out of something. I think the biggest loss though is that we lost Bantamweight to Ventura, right? I mean, she was going to be the champ, right?
She's like a fan favorite. I like her because she's tough, but she was going to be no champion.
But yo, let me ask y'all this though. So now y'all are right. They're putting in a 125 division, right? Mm-hmm. And you can imagine you're going to have a mass exodus of broads from 115 and 135 migrate. Neither one of those divisions are deep right now either. So what happens then? Does just women's MMA become fucking sparse overall? Like 35 ain't got a lot of stars. 15 ain't got a lot of stars. If a few of them hoes from each division switch up, you're going to have fucking bones in the cabinet in every fucking division.
But I think that's why they're doing this tough season, right? To kind of fill out the roster at least with like 12 people that are going to be there.
Yeah,
and
true,
have kind of like a round
robin.
Yeah. That's not a lot though. It's not a lot though.
Yeah, I think at first, depending on how many move to that 125 division, we're gonna, you know, Kirby's right. We're gonna lose some people at both divisions, but I don't know. Hopefully, it'll fill out. But
one of you pricks is close to the internet right now, right?
Yeah.
Do a Google search. How many girls are in the 35 divisions and the 115-pound divisions right now signed to the UFC? I'm curious.
All right, let me find that out. It's gonna take me a minute.
I would say.
I would say right now.
I bet you we've got about 20, maybe 25 girls. For the 35, it's probably like 30, I would say.
Ooh,
at the moment.
That's not good.
We don't have that many.
I mean, if you lose fucking 4 out of 20, Jack.
All right, but just going off the UFC.com, and this is
23 at 135.
Yeah, 23 to 26. It depends on where you go. That's what, but around the numbers what we're looking at. That's not that many.
Right. And if you lose, let's just say you lose 5 girls from each division. Jesus Christ, what do you got? Like 16 girls per division?
Yep.
Ooh. They better do something
bones in
quick,
the cabinet.
Jack. That's not enough for the Premier League.
Why not? Then they just sell it as we have only the top women in it.
Listen, they can sell it as whatever the fuck they want to sell it as, but Daddy Fred's here to tell you that they're full of shit. They better get some depth in that goddamn cupboard.
All right, my internet's starting to bug out, so we're gonna have to hurry this up a little bit faster. Sorry, fellas. Let's talk Silva Romero here. Silva talks he will retire if he doesn't fight Romero for the interim title. Fred, are you interested in that fight whatsoever?
Sure. I mean, listen, it's like the Donald Hillary thing, right? If you got to pick one, Jack, if Silva's going to quit if he don't get it, I say give him the goddamn fight. And why not? Fuck it. I mean, what else do we got going on there, right? They both, you know, Anderson wants on the card. Yoel said he'll take the fight. If they're going to do Bisping and GSP, why the fuck not?
Good point. Jesse, what do you think about that Silva Romero fight? And do you think if they don't give him Romero for the interim title, that he'll actually retire?
Fight, I say. I mean, who wants to see Anderson Silva get killed by UL?
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I want to see the fight to see what Anderson's got left, but Fred wants to see it too.
You know what? You know why I want. You know why I want to see this fight? Dead. I think this fight's interesting, man. Anderson Silva comes into this fight, and we all think that Michael Jordan is going to get killed, and he probably will. But like, that's why we love this sport, man. Do you think Anderson couldn't come out and surprise you
right?
Thunder strike him in the face with a kick or something? Like, he could do it, and this is Anderson fucking Silva, man.
Yeah, do keep in mind Silva stepped basically from the buffet in Vegas to fight DC a night later, right? So
John Jones will fight him on a coke binge, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. The last I heard of Anderson Silva, he said that he's going to try to figure out his UFC contract. We all know he signed like a 12-fight fucking extension or whatever crazy shit he signed, and he said he's going to get with his lawyer. If he doesn't get the fight that he wants, that's what he's going to do. So we shall see.
Gotcha. All right. A couple more things here before we have to roll out and get to the fight bookings. Jones, Cormier beef, did they actually fight? Actually, that's a good question. Are we actually going to get that fight? Anyone think that Jones actually makes it? Dave first, since it's your boy.
33% chance.
That's not a good number. That's actually kind of shitty.
Yeah.
That's a pretty awful number, to be honest. All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Fred?
Wait, well, what are we talking about? Jones making a fight with DC?
Yeah, actually getting to the fight.
Hear you again. You broke up again. What?
Oh, sorry. What are the chances? Okay, do you think that Jones Cormier fight is actually going to happen? Like, give a percentage chance to Jones actually making it to the fight.
90%, man. I mean, come on, guys. He's fucked up enough. I mean, I get that it's kind of a joke thing, but I mean, I would imagine the dude is going to make it. I'll put you like this. The fight, he's done.
Yeah,
he's done. This is it. So I 90%, dog. I think he knows it. He's on his last fucking straw, Jack. He better make it this time. He fucking better.
Yeah, I know, and he has to. He has to be a clean exercise to win. You know what? I think John Jones has to win to stay relevant. Obviously, he loses, it's kind of fucked. Jesse, what's your number? What are you throwing out there percentage-wise to John Jones making it to the fight?
100. He has to. I mean, this is do or die for John Jones, so he has to make it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How about we handicap whether DC makes it? Or is that number?
Yeah,
that's a good question. You know, that's a good point. We might not even get this fight either way. It's kind of fucked.
That's kind of the way I see it with that 33%. It's not knocking Jones. I mean, we know Jones outside of the cage, Jones is a different deal, but we all want to see it. It's the fight to make. It's the fucking Bud Light special of the year for everybody, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, last thing here before we get to fight bookings.
Vitor.
Yeah, Vitor. He's getting Nate Marquardt, man. You obviously you all get your say here. Me personally, when I heard he was fighting Nate Marquardt, I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess because Nate Marquardt, great as he is, and he was. That's not the name. It leaves a lot to be desired. It's not the name that I thought Vitor would get to fight. I thought we were going to get Vitor Anderson. I really thought that was going to be it. That was going to be a fire fight. Just off the names alone. But does Nate Marquardt do anything for you there, Fred?
Is this Vitor's last fight?
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, did Vitor say that, Dave?
Yeah, it's his last fight for sure. Because I mean, the fucker was calling for CM Punk, but he got Nate now. So.
Okay, yeah. Then this fight makes my dick hurt extremely bad. Yeah, this fight is. I mean, maybe if like Vitor was working towards something, sure. If this is, listen, as many jokes as we all want to make about silly ass Vitor and his cheating ass and his goofy haircuts and sucking his wife's toes in the tub and all of his crazy Jesus shit, he's a legend. Watch when he's on. Come on, man. Y'all couldn't have hustled up somebody else. All due respect to Nate Marquardt. I think Vitor deserves better than that for his. If indeed this is his last fight, I think him and Nate Marquardt is about as fucking humdrum as it gets.
All right, Jesse, what do you think?
Bah, crappy last fight. I mean, they're probably gonna retire each other, right? This is like a retirement fight for both of them.
It sure looks like it. I mean, honestly, if Nate be dumb, yeah, it's sad, really. All right, Dave, what do you think about this fight?
Well, do you guys? If they let him juice, then we might be in for a treat, low key. But
it's in Brazil. I'm saying.
Nate Marquardt, known steroid user. How many times that guy failed drug tests? Yeah. Vitor is pure the USADA, fucking non-USADA Vitor. We know what he does, or what he's basically capable of nowadays. So I don't know. I don't even know who to fucking pick in the fight, honestly, guys. So probably Vitor in Brazil. If they let him juice, I'll take Vitor.
You know,
yeah.
I gotta say, to be honest with you, keeping it all the way funky, I'd rather see him fight CM Punk. At least we get
you know what they should have done though? They should have hustled up Tim Kennedy for one last round. Tim Kennedy, Vitor Belfort. Why the fuck not?
That'd have been all right. Brock Lesnar would have been even better, but you know.
But they would have had to send like security guards and like bodyguards to Brazil to guard Tim Kennedy, right? So they couldn't. They didn't want to. They didn't want to spend the extra money.
Definitely.
We know that.
All right. Jesse has to roll out. Jesse, anything you want to throw out there before you go? Jesse? I think Jesse's gone. All right. Well, Jesse has to roll.
Satellite out of range.
Satellite out of range, exactly. All right, Dave, fight bookings, then we got to go.
Well, we went over a couple of fight bookings, what they call them nowadays, so we don't actually know if they're real fights or not. They're just kind of, like Nate Diaz said today, they just kind of wing this shit. When the Fertitas were around, they planned this shit out. The contenders, the best fought the best. The top contenders got their shots. Now we don't know what the fuck's going to happen. So two fights that are actually booked, Kyle Bosniak and Jeremy Kennedy. Jeremy Kennedy's undefeated. Those guys had like a sick Twitter beef going on, and I guess they have that fight lined up now. So that's a pretty exciting bout at that weight class. Gerald Mearshart, I think they lined him up with a bout. I think that was announced earlier today for the Singapore card, I think, or the Glasgow card, sorry. But some low-key fight bookings. And then, like I said, the GDR, Megan Anderson is something where maybe we see that fight book. We just all want to see Cyborg actually fight somebody, so hopefully it happens. But, yeah, like I said, the state of MMA right now and where we're at with the UFC, these fight bookings are just kind of a tweet, whatever it is, an article. Like you were saying, Eddie, they wrote a fucking article of Ngannou moving to Vegas. I mean, come on now, man. Ngannou's the truth, but still. We want to see the best fight the best, and as far as right now, the bookings are pretty fucking sad, man. So pay attention to what they decide to do with Nate. With the Woodley situation is most interesting, and then next week we'll see a lot of shit, kind of the pieces to the puzzle as far as UFC 211 and its conclusion, because not only we have the 115, the title on the line, heavyweight titles on the line, featherweight title implications with Edgar Yair, which nobody's in fact talking about that fucking fight. So we'll get to it next week. So, but yeah, super stacked card of 211. So lots riding on that card. And then it's been a drought of UFC for a couple of weeks. So everybody gets their fix come next week, fellas.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Anything else, you guys, before we go?
Yeah, quickly, before we go. You're right. So the heavyweight belt is on the line next week. Is it just me, or does the heavyweight division seem like nobody cares right now? Like, this should be a bigger deal than it is, right? Like, for some reason, it doesn't seem like people care. Do the heavyweights not fight very often or some shit, or is it just like a lack of depth in the –
Right. None of the big names, I think, fight in heavyweight. But I'll give you this right here. Anthony Joshua just knocked out Vladimir Klitschko, right? Gets that TKO win, right? Now everyone's excited as fuck about heavyweight boxing. Everyone's excited. Finally, they got a guy that's a heavy hitter. And I hate to fucking agree with Dave. I hate to agree with Dave on this shit. But Francis motherfucking Ngannou is going to be the one that resuscitates his heavyweight division. I'm thinking if he gets the winner of this next fight, then you're going to hear people give a shit about the UFC heavyweight division. But overall, you got something going right there, right? Because we're still talking about Junior Dos Santos 10 years in. Cain Velasquez hasn't fought in who knows how fucking long. People still talking about Cain. You know what I mean?
He's done.
Overing. Fucking Brock Lesnar's not even in the UFC. And he's still fucking, everyone talks about him. We need new blood. And Francis Ngannou, is like the first name in there. Derek Lewis is another guy in the heavyweight division that, as weird as he is, he wins fights. And he's a heavyweight. And he's actually pretty funny. He's a good dude. I mean, I don't know if you saw his video just put out. His entertaining video where he was like Derek Lewis trying to have manners and shit, and then went out the window. Yeah. Great video. You guys should go see it if you haven't seen it yet. But, you know, we're getting these new blood. I think Francis Ngannou is going to be that fucking spearhead to fucking make this division exciting again. And well, at least I'm fucking hoping so, man. I really am hoping so.
And then after he wins the heavyweight title, then he could go to boxing and take on Joshua at Wembley Stadium.
Did you guys see that fucking fight?
Yeah, I caught
the last couple rounds.
Dude, watch the whole fight. It was a good fucking fight.
It was a good fight. Even what I've seen of it, it's probably the best. I tell you what, man, if they do Joshua and Deontay Wilder, that'll probably be the most excited I have been for a heavyweight boxing match since fucking Lennox Lewis fought Mike Tyson. Deontay Wilder is a fucking wild man in the ring.
That's a fucking fight. And then this weekend, Canelo Alvarez taking on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
That's right.
Big fight. I think it's in Bay Arena. I know we're talking boxing, but it's combat sports and it's a slow MMA week. But
listen. Before we go, that's actually a pretty good point, man. Is boxing coming back?
It helps.
What's the Russian boy's name? Vitaly Lomachenko or whatever the fuck?
I don't know how to say his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Lomachenko. That dude's an animal. Triple G. Deontay Wilder. All of a sudden, boxing kind of has some stars, man. Like, I'm low-key kind of interested in some of these guys now.
No, and you're right. In my opinion, this Joshua fight opened up. It was already, coming up little by little by little. Joshua knocks out Klitschko, and it's fucking wide open now. Now people give a shit about this Canelo fight. Now people give a fuck before. Now they give a fuck right now.
We also got Andre Ward and Kovalev rematch too, so that's a damn good fucking fight coming soon too.
You saw the last one. The last one was a good fight. And it was like fucking razor thin close. That was a good fight.
Oh yeah.
All right.
True.
And I'm definitely watching this week. Canelo Alvarez is going to take that fucking win now. All right, fellas. That's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow me at Eli31. You can follow Fred at Kirby_MMA and Davis at Dave's MMA Brief. The pages at Crossbones MMA, of course, at the MMA Advocates. And if you want to get yourself some of this represent gear right here, hats, shirts, bags, all the good shit, reptheadvocates.com. Get yourself some good shit, and that actually helps us out a lot. So, definitely hit them up. All right, fellas. For myself, my colleagues, and everybody else that watches, and shout out to Eastside Rider. I know I saw you in the comments, but my internet's so fucked, I had to X out of that window, so I apologize. But again, appreciate you guys watching. Catch you guys next week, and good night, Wiltshire.